Oh, hey, this is the Inglorious Reviews, Season 1, Episode 22 of The Flash, Season Finale. Well, I think the whole season, overall, the whole season of The Flash has been great. Um, I think, watch it again if you really feel like it until Season 2. But this episode really topped it off. This was a great episode. While watching it, there's so many things I didn't expect, but there were a lot of things I caught. So to start, the whole episode is basically Barry, well, they have captured Wells or Earbod Thawne, and he's given the proposal, travel back in time and save your mother. And I think that was really good because that's what everything was leading up. Really, it was not so much about that, but Earbod Thawne wanted to get back to his own time. So he really had set this up, which is ingenious. As he said, he planned it for decades. And so, if you read, I kind of saw this happening because if you read the comics, it's the same, it's the time, I think it's called Flashpoint, where he goes back in time to do this, and then there he realizes that he can't, or he shouldn't. So that's what's happened here. You see this episode that he goes back in time, and he says, I can't do this. He realizes his true self in a sense. I think they really did a great job expressing that within the episode. Really, we see Iris and Eddie amends. We have Ronnie and um, her name. You know what I'm talking about. And I think by seeing those things, he sees, you know what? I don't want to change things. And plus, talking to his dad. So that was good. What I really liked about this episode is there are a lot of what do you want to call them, like pop-ups or not pop-ups, but what's the idea? Easter eggs. But I'll talk. There's a couple that you should know. What I really liked was how they did uh, Ebod Thawne's time travel device, which was really cool, and how they did the whole wormhole thing. I first thought, when they were talking about using the accelerator, I thought that was almost ingenious. It was pretty ingenious because you always hear about that being taught. When they first started up the Large Hadron Collider, the LHC, talk of black hole and everything. Oh, that's what he did. You opened this, hole in space-time continuum. I think that was how they portrayed that thing was quite interesting, with all the science background. But what I thought they were going to do at one point when Barry was talking to Wells with West, Detective West, was he was on the treadmill, and for a second there I was thinking he's gonna say we're not gonna deal with the accelerator, we're gonna go on the treadmill, which is actually called the cosmic treadmill because he can use it to go fast enough to attach to the speed force and go back in time and go in the future. So I'm surprised they didn't do that, but we may see that later. So this was just an exciting episode. Whether you read the comics or not, kept you guessing really what I like. So here's some of the Easter eggs that if you missed them. What we first see is Bob Thawne's reference to Rip Hunter when he gets into his time travel device. Rip Hunter is, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, is a time travel lord. Not someone like Doctor Who, but an actual time travel lord who basically is a peacekeeper and tries to keep track of, the people who are traveling through time. They don't mess things up too much, don't change the whole timeline and destroy worlds or anything. So we have that Easter egg. Another Easter egg was that helmet. For those who don't know, that helmet was of Jay Garrick, the first Flash. And in the comics, and they might even do it now because the Speed Force has been explained, time travel has been introduced. Jay Garrick and the Reverse Flash, or Jay Garrick and Barry Allen actually team up and beat the Reverse Flash. So when he says that's my cue to leave, he's like, yeah, because Jay Garrick knows I've messed up. I'm trying to alter the timeline. So we also saw that Easter egg in one of the sheds in earlier episodes. But Yeah, I think this episode actually showed what I've been talking about. Pretty good. I like how they did him evaporating from time. The Eddie shooting spot I did not see, which I thought was a great way to end the episode and solve the problem, or at least temporarily, because Hubert Thawne will find a way back. He's erased from that timeline, and that's, I think, what you got to remember. He's erased from that timeline, but he can still change things. Um, so when Eddie finally figured out his place, so like, I'm connected. He finally, I think, embraced that almost. Not to the point where he's, going to be a bad guy, but he says, "Hey, I can actually change." And I don't think Hubert Thawne linked that. He didn't think Eddie was going to take that chance. So really, this episode was fun to watch. Kept you kind of guessing if you don't know anything about comics, and it leads you really to watch season two. Um, there's all kinds of things potentially that we could see. We're going to see the rogues, the rogue gallery. We know we're going to see Gorilla Grodd back sometime. Reverse Flash has got to come back just because he's a continuous enemy, and there's a lot we can do. Um, with I know if you keep up with the other shows, the Arrow, the Flash, and some of the trailers that CW and putting out is it's called League of Heroes, which is basically the beginning of the Justice League, because we had Supergirl. That trailer came out, so we might have a Firestorm, Arrow, the Flash, Supergirl, maybe one other person. I'm not sure. So that's Miss Fantasy. But yeah, this was a good episode to end on. Probably one of the great finales of TV shows so far. Um, so that's about it. I can't say anything bad about this one, except for maybe that black hole opened pretty quickly. That's beside the point. And what else can I say? I can't really say anything. I can't complain about this episode really. Which that's why I love and hate the Flash episodes. Doing reviews on them at least is that it's hard to complain about them because I just find them so exciting and interesting, so well done. Really, I'm not so much into the acting thing. I could care less if they act well or act bad. I mean, sometimes you can see it, but it doesn't matter. These episodes are well done, which I hope they continue to do. So that's the end of my review. Um, finale of the Flash. Keep ready for next season 2. Also, be on the lookout for Becky's review of also this episode of the Flash finale, which will probably be longer and a bit more excited. So until next season or whenever I do another review, see you all later. This has been Inglorious Reviews.